can get this set up. Dracula's still there, just checking on us. So today I'm going to do something a bit different away from ink pens. Hopefully it works out. I don't know. I ain't drawn with pencils for quite a while. What I'm going to do is maybe just sketch something and try and refine it a little bit more with different shades of different pencils, and then maybe add some like acrylic paint washes to it or something, and see if I can try and make something of it. I don't know. Try and sketch something anyway. So I'm just using an F pencil, sort of like a light pencil really. Sold twice. What do Pikachu? I don't know what that means. Oh no, Pikachu, yeah, I could do Pikachu. But I'm drawing, I don't know, I'm going to draw some kind of monster. Some kind of, I don't know, something in pencil really. Oh, just your greeting. Sorry, I don't know, I'm not really quick on stuff lately. I'm just, I don't know. So this monster, don't know what we call it, maybe he's got a few more eyes, I don't know. Maybe he's got like a mouth split right down the middle as well. That could look quite cool, I don't know. And he's got teeth here as well. So instead on this one, I won't be doing like ink pens. I'm gonna try and get like some of like the pencil shades to try and fill this out a bit more. So hopefully it looks something kind of demonic. Don't know. Right, I'm going to try and use a bee now. Just try and sort of finalise some lines. use a 5B now. Try and fill in quite a few of the darker areas. Thanks, all twice. Hopefully if I can get a lot more of the pencil shadows on here, I can thin it out with a bit of water and maybe some more acrylic, maybe some grey acrylic and that, and just really try and create some tones on it. I don't know. I ain't drawn like this with pencils for quite some time. I'm a bit rusty on this, I think, but I think it's good just to try and get back into different ways of working. I think I need to really sort these teeth out. Cheers, McEvoy Productions. Attempting to do pencil sketching, which I haven't done for quite, well, I have done basic pencil sketching, but I haven't done like bits of shading in here and there and stuff for quite some time. But it's usually a good idea this to change things up a little bit. I'm tempted to just like go in with this, you know, some ink pens and stuff, but I'm not going to do that on this drawing. I think everyone might look like something like this, like trying to get up in the morning, I think. To keep swapping different pencils, I think, just to change it up a bit. Yeah, I don't really follow the football now. I've never been one for following football, but yeah. I ain't done any murals or anything. I am planning one mural, which I've done a few live streams on, trying to plan something to draw for that. I need to get back to that, but yeah, just been drawing for quite a while as well, so it's good just to draw different things, and especially, well, different things, usually like horror stuff for me, but I'm trying to like branch out and do different styles of artwork as well. So hopefully I may do a bit more of that here on YouTube, I don't know. So it is a bit strange just using pencils. I'm so used to using ink pens, but I'm just trying to go with it, I think, and hopefully just create a good like creature drawing. I think next time when I'm at the shops I need to get a few more of these daylight lamps. Maybe have one down here and maybe one at the side or something, just to try and give it a bit more light, because I'm just aware it's not as bright as it should be. Maybe change the direction of that finger. I think a lot of this darker pencil, when I start to add a bit of water to it, it might spread it out a little bit and hopefully add something more to this, I don't know. Go back to the F pencil, just draw like just lots of sticky goo stuff, I don't know, slime. Right, I'll just put the pencils down and try and find some there's acrylic paint just to wash. Hi Mars 300. I think this grey paint is the first to go. I need to get another one of these. I've used it quite a lot. Right, just gonna thin this down with water a little bit and just start to add some grey tones here and there. Maybe a bit more water. Don't want it to be too. I think it's mixing in with a little bit of red on my palette. Never mind. Try and use a bit of water on some of this pencil as well, just to thin it out. Yeah, it thins it out a little bit. It's mixing with the red. Shouldn't be doing that, I don't want red in it. Just move that off into the other palette, I think. I should learn to wash my palettes, I think. Just thin that out with more water. Thin a bit of that colour out a little bit. It's good to add colour washes, even if it's only grey, over the pencil, and then you can, once this is dry, I can come back in over with some more pencils and work on some more tone and like details and stuff. Try and get that hand all grey toned. I won't thin this grey down as much now, I think. I can do some more, bit darker tones just to try and blend in a little bit. I haven't given him any legs, so I just thought I'd just concentrate on the top bit. Why complicate things? Thanks, Mars 300. Still finding it strange using pencils, but adding a bit of paint just gives it that experimental sort of feel to it, I think. Like a proper concept type sketch with a bit of paint here and there. Use the last bit of that grey paint. Still tempted to add inks over the top. I think I've just been using ink pens for far too long. I think it's my medium, I think. Can't shake it, but this drawing I'll just see how far I can go without using ink pens. Maybe try and work on a lot of the shadow, because I could do it more darker than it is. When some of this is dry, I don't know, against the light. Some still wet, but not a lot. Some of this sort of fade off a little bit. Keep thinning it out. Might as well use some of that. A little bit of a razor shave in there. This found its way onto the drawing. Thin that last bit out. I could still use that. Just do a bit of the grey. Just maybe around it. Just a little suggestion of, I don't know, what smoke, I don't know. as well use it. Bit too dark, that. Just thin it out a little bit. Take some of the excess off. Excess water, don't need that. Right. Hopefully some of this might have dried a bit more. I need to find the 5B pencil. It's there. That's the more darker one. I need to get the pencil sharpener. So I need this to be as fine as possible to do some like fine details, dark shadow maybe around here. Just trying to, if some areas are wet then it might just go through the paper, but trying to build on what we've already done on the paper, really, just trying to just make more on this. I like drawing like these rib cages that look rotten. I've done them on like zombies and that with ink pens, but it's always good to draw on that way. Hello Jaden, yeah, my day's going okay. I think the day, yeah, it's been a bit busy earlier on. Still compiling this art book thing. Trying to finish lots of artwork for the art book and my sketchbook thing, so that's took quite a lot of work today. Well, the last good few days, I think most of the week. Been trying to scan loads of images in and try and do bits here and there as and when I can. 'Cause things are going to start to get a little bit busy when I get some of these other projects coming. They get sent to me, so I'm going to try and fit some other videos in as well as these live streams. Just try and do different things, much like I'm doing here. Just if you can see that, definitely need to get some more lamps and stuff. You can see like the detail there that I'm darkening, making it like a real rotten looking rib cage, like it's all rotting away. It's always fun to draw. And then drop the pencil. Well, it is live. Usually happens. There's yay old Butterfingers. So I'm just trying to get a lot of dark like details and stuff with this 5B pencil. Yeah, some days can be like that, boring sometimes. These pencils are super cheap. We've got like a pound store over here in the UK. It's like the equivalent of like a dollar store or something, you know, like unbranded pencils. I don't think it's even got a brand on it. I don't think the tin. Oh no, it has. Hue. But they're quite good cheap pencils, only £1. But I don't really draw much with pencils. Not like this anyway. Where I'm doing shading, but I think since I've started this, I might do some more actually because I quite enjoy it. It's like back when I was at art school, I used to do quite a lot of pencil shaded artwork. Excuse me. And then I used Liquitex basic acrylic just to do a thin like grey wash. I may do another like grey wash because it's sort of like lightened out a bit. But yeah, could probably add a bit more to that. Just trying to pick out loads of detail that I can do with this darker pencil. Just as I'm going along really. Adding more dark detail bits in it. Try and make them teeth stand out a little bit more. Yeah, thanks. It's sometimes it's best to do like experimental stuff you haven't done for quite a while, and then you know it keeps you thinking about things, how to approach stuff sometimes. And so I'm more used to using ink pens, but I want to try and get more into using different sort of materials and just try and create different types of results really. Even though I've got that urge to use ink pens right now, but I don't want to do that. I just want to try and work in a lot of these pencil details. Sharpen this pencil, I need some really fine sort of details. Some fine lines. it's usually the case. Sometimes I've had art block quite a lot, but some finding time is also a problem as well. But I think making the time might be a lot better. That's what I've done. I've tried to make sort of time to do things, or if I get art block, sometimes I just try and draw different things. Maybe sometimes challenge yourself to draw different things. New things, or even draw like old things, or things you're more confident drawing, draw more of them. That's what I do. Whenever I get art block, it's back to more skulls, more demons and other stuff. Cheers, Last Breath Studios. Nice to see you again. Yeah, I think I will actually. This is just using like pencils and a bit of ink. Probably, well, not ink, but like it's like watered down acrylic, so it's like ink really. So it's more thin. I might have to do some more ink in the background because it's sort of like dried lighter than it was when I started it. But yeah, but I'd like to maybe do some separate videos. Try and work on them and like break down this technique, because I haven't drawn like this for quite some time really, with pencils. But really it's just like loosely sketching out what you want to draw, and then like you just darken up all the darker areas and try and add like loads of details and stuff like that. But yeah, I probably will do another video. It won't be a live video, it'll be one that I edit and put together maybe and talk over or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, realism. I don't really go for much like realism. If you can learn to draw the basics, like basic anatomy and that, I think you can draw pretty much anything you want. But I'm not really good at drawing realism either. Portraits and likenesses and stuff like that, it's not something that I don't think I enjoy it, to be honest. I like creating stuff out of my head, like this type of stuff. So it's got like six eyes, like a six-eyed demon. Try and separate them teeth a bit so they can stand out a little bit more. Yeah, it is. It's fun to draw like zombies and stuff, and I'm not really good at drawing other types of stuff. Like, I don't know. I can draw like cartoon stuff, but I don't think it really interests me as much as drawing this type of stuff. If you ever see me draw like cartoony type stuff or something away from this type of thing, it's always me maybe trying to get views on videos, to be honest. So I've drawn like different stuff on my channel, but I always come back to this type of stuff. Yeah, that's the only thing with tutorials and videos and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not really good at presenting stuff, as you know, like step by step type thing. I just sort of maybe draw, and then people can follow along or something, or I try and explain things, but I'm not a real good teacher. But I am thinking of doing like some kind of course or something. I don't know. I think it'd be worth putting together something. Yeah, yeah, I could do something like that as well. Something with wings. Yeah. Tell you what I've been looking at lately. I've been looking at the art of an artist called Christopher Lovell. He's a UK artist, and some of his work is just amazing. You know, he does like a similar technique, but like with colour washes and stuff. But he just adds loads of layers over the top of his work and that, and it's just really amazing. And that's okay, Jaden. You have a good day too, and that, and you know, I always do like look other videos and stuff like that. Cheers. Yeah, like Christopher Lovell like draws all these like really good fantasy type stuff, and his work is just amazing. Um, just does like loads of layers in his drawings and paintings and stuff, and that's something to sort of be inspired by. I think them sort of like top level artists. So like this type of drawing, the angling of the arms looks a bit sort of like goofy, but I think it works. That's why I just kept on with it. It's maybe that arm's slightly. No, it doesn't look longer. Maybe that arm's slightly longer. I don't know. It still works, I think. Try and get more of a dark, rotten sort of pencil shade. Yeah, that Chris Lovell, he's got like a YouTube channel on here as well, so got to start drawing ink monster thing. Any ideas? I don't know. Always sketch stuff. I always like to draw stuff that looks almost skeletal, you know, like you can see the rib cage and bones and stuff, but try and mix and mash, you know, different things like spider legs or tentacles and skull heads with like split mouths, you know, you could go all the way down with like teeth on each side, or I don't know, you can do all sorts, like horns and on shoulders and spikes on arms and stuff. And I think I need to do another video on something about drawing monsters. I started doing a few videos, you know, drawing some monster ideas. I think I need to maybe do some further videos and just try and come up with some ideas on video to sort of like help other people draw stuff. I don't know. Could be a good idea. Sometimes I start off drawings and it's like I don't really know exactly what I'm trying to draw. You're writing them down. Yeah, I think I talked a bit too fast then, didn't I? Yeah, sometimes I just don't know what I'm going to draw sometimes, so I just start to draw and then ideas can just sort of happen on the page. It's like this, I didn't really know exactly what to draw, I just started to draw. I thought I'll draw like a head on an angle, and then I just started to sketch the shoulders and arms and then the rib cage sort of thing, and I'd just work on it a bit more. Yeah, so yeah, that's the best way, trying to sketch like a little layout just underneath, and then you can change stuff along the way, and that's the best way to sketch real lightly and try and build up darker as you're going along. And you know, if you just get the layout right, then the rest should hopefully, you know, follow after that. As usual, when I draw with ink pens, I'm trying to emulate a lot of that detail that I usually do with ink pens. Just try and, yeah, just create more detail. Yeah, I think I'll definitely start drawing more with pencils and ink a bit, because I quite like it actually. Produce some good results with the pencils and stuff. Yeah, tentacle and a skull. It's usually good. Skulls and tentacles usually work well together. I've drawn lots of them in the past. drips. How would I do that? It's like a real slimy sort of demon thing. Okay, yeah. Good luck with the drawing and that. Yeah, I'll be doing more live streams, try and fit them in and that. But I'm definitely drawing more stuff like this. Quite like it. Quite like using pencils and stuff instead of ink pens. But I think after this stream finishes, I'll have to do like an ink pen drawing just to balance it out. Yeah, the hands need a bit more work, I'd say. Didn't really use a lot of that acrylic wash, but I could probably add a bit more later on. I think it's more about the pencils and the shades. You can see that. I'll definitely have to work on getting some more lighting for these live streams. Maybe some of the drips. Yeah, I'd say it turned out okay. Just needs a bit more work here and there, but I think I'll end the stream there for now, because I've got to sort some more scans out. Dracula's looking at me as if to say, yeah, get on with that, scans. No, he ain't really, it's just like, he's not real, honest. Yeah, so yeah, I've got to get on with more scans and stuff for the art book and that, and I'm trying to work on them. I've got a stack of drawings somewhere. Don't know where they are. Under there? No, they're not under there. They're over there somewhere, the other side of the room. But yeah, I've got to try and work on putting different stuff. This can probably go in the sketchbook actually, that I'm working on. Probably work on some more like pencil sort of drawings and things and monsters and stuff. So I'll leave that there. I'll just say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll be doing another live stream tomorrow as well, and I'll try and fit in some more other videos which I haven't properly done for a while, so hopefully do that. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers now.